Hey everybody, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here with a video that I was inspired to do by Margreth over at Seven Plaza, and I will link her channel below. And I did my own little twist on it and did these cute little pockets for the Pocket Art Challenge that Corey the Reset Girl is hosting over on her channel, and I will link her channel below, also down in the description section. And if you would, for the algorithms for YouTube, if you would just hit the thumbs up, like, and click over and click on the subscribe button, that would be awesome. I would so appreciate it, and I appreciate you for being here today. So let's get started. First of all, what is the Pocket Art Challenge? Well, I'm using, as I have shown in the past, my planner, an old planner that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby. It is called Planner 52 or Agenda 52. And this is A5 size. And I used the A5 size pocket inserts. And I have done several pages in here. They are not in any kind of number order because I am kind of working randomly just as I find the time to do so. So my pockets are not like 1 through whatever, but I am getting caught up and I'm pretty excited about that. So I am working on a currently right now, and that is why I wanted to do this little pocket thing for my pocket art challenge. And I am going to be using the Getaway. This is called the Getaway Crafty Club Kit, and this is the paper line. I'm going to be using these two papers that I printed out on my printer, just on regular copy paper. I usually use 32 pound, but I just had regular copy paper in there, so I just kind of went with it. You can use, Margreth used the 6x6 paper pad, but I'm using, these are 6x8 size. Okay, so anyway, I don't know, I may end up doing it on this paper. I'm not really sure yet, but I'll just do a quick flip through so you can see kind of what I have been up to. It's my mama. And that's as far as I've gotten so far. And I do tuck things in from time and again when I see something as I'm going through vintage books or magazines that I know I'm going to want to use for future journaling. So I have this in here. I have not journaled on it yet. And I also did the, for collection, I did do this one, the Viewmaster, but I haven't done any kind of journaling or number or use it in a prompt. I don't know how I'm going to use that in a prompt just yet. When you sign up to do the Pocket Art Challenge, you will receive for free the actual challenge, and it has all the prompts, and it works all the way to week 52. So it's a year-long project. I printed this out and I just keep it in my project right here so that I always have it. And this time what I'm going to be working on is currently, so I have some friends that I hang out with on Wednesdays. If you follow me on here, then you will recognize that I do go with them on Wednesdays. We go out to lunch and we go thrifting together. And so I want to journal that as my currently. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to quickly trim. Sorry, I apologize if that was loud. I'm just going to trim these down. I am using the cutting blade right now, but now I'm going to use the score tool. And what you want to do is you're going to take the two long sides of your paper. So no matter what size you use, you're going to be doing the scoring on the long side. And I'm just going to line this up here and use my bone folder, and I am going to score down on the 3/8 of an inch. 1, 2, 3, which is right there. And then I'm going to take my other one. I'm going to do the same thing at 3/8 of an inch from one side. Okay, so that is all I need this for right now. I'm going to set that aside. And we're just going to take these and I'm just going to fold it. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to fold it on the score line like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the long edge and I'm going to fold it up and match it up to the other side. And this is where, because this is a printable, I want to make sure that it's going to be the right size, like the same size. So I'm just stacking mine to make sure, because you want them the same width strip. And I want to make sure that that lines up there. Okay, these are the same. So I'm just going to put the edge to the edge of the fold and I'm going to fold it down and get nice crisp. Okay, now this is where you have to decide which one you want on the front and which do you want for the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want the green to be the bottom flap because I'm going to decorate it. So what I'm going to do with this one then is use this as the back. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this cutting mat just as a measuring guide for me. And I'm going to take the top, which will be the inside flap, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold up 1 inch from that edge down to 1 inch, right? And then I'm going to use my bone folder and crease it. Then I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to line up. This is only because I don't want to eyeball it. You can eyeball it if you want to eyeball it. That's fine. It'll still work out fine. So what I do is I take 1 inch down and I put this at that line. And then I take this bottom flap and I fold up. And that way, all of these will be equal. And my little perfectionist self, which kind of comes out every now and then, will be totally happy. Okay? Let's see that. All right. Now we're just going to do a little bit of gluing. Let me get my glue book out so I don't glue on. And I am going to use art glitter glue because it dries clear and I can get a really thin line, and I'm just going to glue this, but you could use a glue stick, however you want it, whatever your glue of choice is. So I'm going to fold this down. I want to make sure that it is folded equally. I have to trim this little end for some reason. It is a little crooked. Okay, so open this back up. Let's glue here and here. You don't want to glue the flap down because this is going to be a pocket. And then I'm going to close that. And now, at this point, what you're going to want to do is, after you get them lined up, we want to mark where the notches are going to be. So we are going to notch them. And what I did here was I got my mat back out and I grabbed a pen or a pencil or anything, you know, a writing tool. And I'm going to then use my mat. So I'm going to line this up at the middle, and I can see that where's going to be the middle mark? That is that, and that is that. Then this is going to be my middle mark, and then I can use a ruler and just go ahead and line up my ruler so that it's straight on that line, and make sure that these are in and in alignment. Okay, and then I'm going to mark the center of each one, like so. Okay, now you can eyeball it, but I like, because they're going to be stacked like this, I like to I like to measure. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to take my circle punch, and I am using a 1-inch punch. And so that I would get them all exact, I went ahead and marked these with a Sharpie. And when I'm done with this project, I don't want to make any more, I can just take a 90% alcohol ink. Ooh, oh, maybe I didn't use a Sharpie on that. 90% alcohol ink, and I can wipe it off. But apparently I'll be able to do it with a baby wipe. So okay, so anyway, you want to, where the line is, you are going to open this up and put in your circle punch wherever you have it marked or want it, and you're just going to go ahead and punch those. So open and center it up and mark it, and then you're going to do all 4 of those. This one, and like that. So now you have them all lined up. And at this point, if you want to, you don't have to, but you can stitch on one of these. I actually did. I sewed all the way, not at the top, but I sewed down the bottom, down the side, down the bottom, and then up the other side. And if you want to, you can do the same thing on here, and you can do that now. Or you can glue it, which is what I'm going to do. And when you glue this, you want to start with the shorter flaps. So start with the short flap and then just glue the 2 sides. You don't have to glue the bottom, just glue the 2 sides. Then you slide this in and you lay that down. Okay, then you open up the next one. So you work from the shorter to the taller, and I'm just running a thin bead, and I'll probably go back in and I will sew, but for video purposes, I'm not going to sew right now. You can sew around it before you fill it. Okay, then I have that. All right, make sure they're lined up and get over there. Okay, that one's being wonky. Okay, so I've got those all lined up and I am ready to go. Alrighty. Now the next part you want to do is, even though these are white, we are going to add some tabs. And for tabs, I'm using the Getaway collection, and I just have like a little bin here that I will rifle through very quickly. And I know there are some tabs that come with the printables. Here's more. Okay. And I am going to use my tab punch for this, and I have the We Are Memory Keeper tab punch, and they fit and work out perfectly. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is the pink, the green is pretty cool, and any other. Unless you're going to have this loose, then the only one that you want to do a front and a back on is going to be this back one. Okay, but on this one, you can go ahead and think though, whoops. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get my glue back out, and I am going to put a bead of glue right here. And what you want to do is you're going to glue it to the notch, okay? So what you want to do is you want to glue this part to the front of that pocket, because there's going to be a pocket here, and then there is a pocket behind it, okay? So that's where you want to put the tab, and you're just going to punch them out and line them up. Again, this one I'm going to put to the back. So either way, front or back, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's see. It's a little crooked. And I got that. Super cute, huh? Love it. Love it. Okay, so that's where I sit right now. And at this point, I would stitch around it with my sewing machine. And if you want to, oh, I did the tab. I forgot to do this part. And I keep forgetting that this is where this comes in. You would want to, if you want to, you would want to corner around. But once you put the tab on, you can't corner around it, just saying. Well, you can if you just want to do it like by hand, which I can do, no problems. If I wanted to corner around it, I could just go in and corner around the top. Okay. But you can corner around each one if you want. So I think I did one like that, and then one I didn't do that. Yeah, I didn't do this one, but this one I did corner around. But this is such printed pattern paper that, yeah. Alrighty, so now we're going to decorate the front. And for this, I used the Getaway, and I also used a Lovely Life, and I found that the colors kind of complemented each other. So for some of the things that one didn't have, this had like these blank labels in that. So yeah, and that I didn't print out the florals for Getaway, so I'm using the florals out of this one, and they work fine. And when you're decorating, you also can fill the pockets with things while you're cutting it out. This is super cute right here. This little banner ticket. Normally I would not cut this. I would get out my square punch and punch this because I never can do these banner notches right. Alrighty, and then I do have a slot punch that was gifted to me. If I can find it. There we go. Let's see, so I can use the slot punch to punch top of that. And I'm going to tuck that in. I might put a little bit of ribbon through there. Oh, I know. I did have this pink and green ribbon. Oh, yeah. And there's cute little tags. And let's see. I did have this little pink and green ribbon, which would be really cute. Put right here through that little slot. It's the perfect color. And I would either glue it, but I think what I'm going to do is use my tiny attacher. God bless Tim Holtz every time I use this. And tuck that in. Actually, I think I'm going to put it up in this one, like so. And I can use. Let's see. I've got these cute Reset Girl stamps I can use. Got this little thing I can use. Let me get a hole puncher out and punch the hole and tuck that in. And then, see, ooh, I love this pink building right here. I know that I know she lists like what punches that she uses for these. This is her paper punch buffet. I don't have this scallop tag punch, so I just have to fussy cut it, which no worries. Super simple to do. And this will make a great little journaling spot. And I also have things that I want to tuck in to my items. So we went and we saw the book club. And so I saved my little ticket from that. So I'm going to tuck that in here. Actually, I think I'm going to cut the top off a little bit and tuck that in like that. And then I found this in my Josie and the Pussycats comic book, and I just loved it. It has three ladies, so it's like us three ladies, and it says, "I need a gown. Let's go shop." And then she goes, "You just said the magic word." So we go shopping together, and I just thought this was super cute, and I glued it to the index card, and I'm going to journal about all our favorite places to go. And I think this should fit in here. I thought I measured it properly. Yeah, fits right down in there. So I'm going to tuck that in. And then what else can I use? I did that. There are some bits and pieces in here. I've got some flowers I could use if I wanted to, and just tuck some random little cute flowers in there. Maybe more of the spriggy ones might be a little bit better. Let's see, yeah, spriggy ones. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to decorate the front. And for this one, I chose her because she kind of pops off that. And then I'm going to pull out some of these round, fun little circles. I need smaller ones. No, this is an eclectic mix of all different kinds. Let me see, maybe the aqua. No, it's too much like her. Pink. Oops. And I need a small ones. Oh my goodness. I've got circles just going everywhere. Oh, I know. I can use this one right here because we always stop and get macchiatos together or iced drinks together. So that's fun. And I like the orange, totally pulls from the orange in that. And that is fun. And then of course you have to add a word strip, and I've got these little things, and we always go on Wednesdays, and I found this little chatter strip or whatever they call them, and it says "Oh Wednesday." So I'm going to put that down. But I think I'm going to run a strip, and I believe, well, I have this washi, which is another one of the printables, and I may use any of these go really well. See, this is when you want Corey sitting over your shoulder going, use that one, because she has such an eye for like mixing colors. I just love it. And anyway, so that's not going to work. However, I know there are some washi strips in the Getaway that I printed out just on paper. I didn't have time to do sticker paper. And this could be fun, the palm trees. Or, yeah, because I'm going to do a word strip. So, and that is her dress. and this is too much like that. So I'm going to do the palm trees. And we are in a weight loss challenge right now, me and these ladies. We are challenging each other to be our best, get in our best self shape. So we have weigh-in Sundays where we are accountable to each other for our weigh-ins. And so this is a little nod because when we reach our goal, we are going to go to the beach. We're going to drive. We are going to rent a place. And that is going to be our reward with our new healthy selves. So it's just all about getting healthy this year. And we're talking about having the accountability to each other. And so that's how it worked out. So on Sundays, we do a weigh-in, and because we're usually together, they're in my canasta group. And so we get together and we weigh, we look at each other's weight. And if you go up in weight, then you have to put in $5. And the $5 at the end, when we reach our goal, will be used for like gas or accommodation. So it's all, it's just fun. And it's just a good way of having that accountability. And we really just want to, see, I need to put those circles down, but we really needed the accountability. And so it works out. And on the days, if you can't be there on Sunday, then you take a picture of your feet on the scale and you send it in to the others. And then it gets recorded in a book. And that's how we keep track of everything. Okay. And then I just am going to trim her off so that she fits like that. Like so. And then I'm going to use this Wednesday. Well, that just kind of covers up. Just covers up my little, let's trim it down a little bit. Covers up my palm trees. And I'm going to use this little fine point pen and just kind of go around, just highlighting my box here. Like so. And I think I'm going to add in some little marks. Like that. And yeah, and then at the top, what I did on the other ones, which I think I'm going to do it over here, is I added in a little tassel. So I made a little hole at the top there, and then I took a tassel, which I have them in here. And let me tell you, once you make one of these, they are so addictive. Oh my goodness, so addictive. Okay, I don't know if I like the orangey color. I do like the green. So let's, wow, I just flung it. Do like the green. And then you can get as crazy as you want. Like what I did, what I did on here. Did I finish my sentence? I don't remember. But I used an eyelet in the hole, but I'm not doing that here. So anyway, there's that little thingy hanging off the top is fun. This one, I added some beads to it and a little dangle. You can do that. I just did it right on the jump ring because it was a big jump ring. This one I did not, and I still think it's super cute. And yeah, so once I get some photos, oh, I know what I was going to do. So my friend, she has, and I don't know what kind of duck, it does look kind of like this one, but she had this mama duck that comes every year, and she lives in a condominium complex or townhouses, and she has this little duck that just comes under the bush outside of her door and has its babies every year. And so it's out there now. I don't know if it's out there today because I think she said it took the babies and went probably over to the pond. There's a pond down the street. And so I thought, I asked her to take a photo. I'm hoping that they're there. I'm going to go tonight and see if I can get a picture. But if not, then I'm going to add the little duck, and that will just be a remembrance for me, you know, about the duck. Oops, oopsie. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I glued that shut. That wasn't very smart. So I'm just gonna tuck this little ducky in here, which has nothing to do with the girl, but it has something to do with me. And I will just continue to kind of fill this. And then how I'm gonna use it in my journal is when I get my photos and everything in it, well, I still can put it in there. I still think I need to add a little three-dimensional like I did on those. So I am going to add this in probably on this Peaches page. Look at how cute that would be because it's across from the Canastanites, which I do with them. So I'm going to add it on to this page. And I'm just going to add glue here and glue there. That way I can tuck stuff behind it in case I want to add more pictures or journaling or whatever. This is just my way of getting started. I think too on the tabs, I'm going to add some little, some of these, which is, let's see, I'm going to add in a maybe sunshine. I don't know. This is super cute too. So I may end up using this as like washi on here somewhere. How cute that is. Maybe add a little strip down at the bottom. Just cut this a little sideways. So like I said, yeah, these can be very addictive. And I hope you try it out. And if you didn't understand my instructions, Margreth at 7 Plaza did a great job on this project. Her size will be a little bit different than mine because she used 6x6. Oh, I need to do vintage for sure because we go to the vintage shops and go thrifting. So that would be a cute little strip to add in. Oops. And let's just glue this on the tab somewhere. Up here maybe. Tab. Yeah, this glitter glue, it sticks super fast. You don't even have to wait very long. That's sometimes. Okay, so there's that. And then something right here. How about happiness? Because we have so much fun when we go out to lunch and just spend the day doing random things we love to do. Okay, then I feel like I need to add a couple of little 3D elements, and I tried to see if I could punch through some of that sticker cork, and I could, and so I very, very cute. Okay, and so anyway, I could, and let me get those out. I just used I have like an industrial hole punch, and it actually went through it. So I punched a bunch of these little cork circles because I thought these would be fun to add. get a couple of those out. Oop. And this I got from the Dollar Tree. It's just a sheet of adhesive backed cork. And I don't know, maybe just add them in random. Oh, that's covered over the Wednesday. I wish I had a tinier one right there. Let me see, what do I have in here? I don't think I've got a smaller cork one, but I have a small this color because then that would just blend in. Yes, I've got a tiny one right there. Let me see, do I have another little tiny one? Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Love it. Alrighty. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. And I'm going to leave you here to enjoy, whether you use printables or your scrapbook stuff or whatever. I'm going to leave you here to yourself. And these are this is the one that we made today. So much fun. Thank you, Margaret, for sharing your technique. And then this one, I did this one for my house, building my house out. So I did this one for my harmony book. And then I have this one. This one I'm going to Pensacola, and I will be putting all my little memories in this cute little bucket. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Give me a thumbs up for the algorithms for YouTube. I hate to ask, it's such a pain, but you know, it's the truth. Alrighty, I will see you later, and thanks for joining me. Bye.